Back to work. Changes. Let's see, where's my live stream dashboard? Do we have audio? Audio? Let's see, where's my live stream? Seems to be back. We have audio? Audio? Why did you say audio? Alright, so, okay. I found that streaming this development work earlier in my co-working stream was actually helpful for getting me in the mood to code. I guess I can't work and not talk at the same time. Or I like talking as I'm working, especially on stuff like this where there's no one to really talk to about it. So what I'm doing is I'm writing some JavaScript. I'm working on something called a WebRTC video, so you can stream video from one browser source to another browser. I'm working with a WebRTC peer-to-peer connection sample code, which implements peer-to-peer but not actually between browser sources, because conveying the information between the browsers is an exercise left up to the implementer. So what I need to do is figure out how to implement this, and I have an idea now. So what I'm going to do is find my terminal window, which is here, and let me go to the chat. Is that the right one? I thought I had a different one. Yeah, this will work. And let's make sure that I need to make a list of what I need to do first. So here's my other to-do list. Where is it? Here. Here's my other to-do list. Close some of these windows. You can see this scrolling down over there. New terminal window. Move it over here. Shrink this down so it fits. So this is where I'll be running my commands. Alright, so what am I running down here? I want to cd dev, I want to cd, oops, not that one. What time is it? It's route 5:54. I guess I'll start at 6 o'clock, really. What I need to do is port the WebRTC code from 1401A1 test to play. So I guess the thing to do would be to open up both projects. Oops. So let me go to Sublime Text. Let me open up recent project. This is, which is 1401A1. Let me move this over here. And so I can see both of them. Let me expand this actually. So 1401 will be on the left, and the other one will be on the right. Let's make this one view layout single. Did it do anything? Yes, it did. So what I want to do is, what's going on here? I have code running in 1401A1, which is my graphics engine. That's all screwed up. Source tree should be over here. Source code, Quiver, main screen. Open up a browser. And let's run 1401A1. And it's saying here I need to go to port 3000 localhost. And I currently have the WebRTC demo tied into this. So this code I want to move to play. And this code has a bunch of, this is basically just the WebRTC demo that's been reformatted and reorganized so it makes sense to me. So let's look at that. Let's start the clock now. 1800. Okay. Where am I? Sublime text. So this side is 1401A1. And I have something called 1401 games and demo tests live. I have this WebRTC module that I made. So I think I can just move this thing over. Let me think. Where to put it, though? Let me look in the play side. This is a fork of 1401A1, or rather, it's the downstream repo from that. So it incorporates aspects. It incorporates the 1401 modules, which is the graphics engine side, into itself, and then adds a bunch of other things like the networking stuff and the motion tracking, server connections, some extensions to the graphics engines. But basically what I'm looking for is modules, 1401 games. Now if we want to, what do we want to do to ship this stuff across? I just want the demo to work, really. So what do I need to what do I need to do to make the demo work? Some weird sounds from outside. Strange. I guess the first step, let's just make this into... Actually, I should just add this to demo here, because it is part of the thing. Do I have another dev? I used to have a dev tester. What happened to it? Let's move the dev tester over. That's from an even older project. Project open recent. I think it's in play proto. They didn't switch the project. Grr. And now it's like screwed up. Because Sublime Text has an issue with maximized screens. I'll set that up again. So over here, let's try it again. Let's do quick switch project. And it should be this one. There we go. So, let's step tracker, step web server, servercons, the old library. Let's change in here. Nothing should have changed. Let's see. So I want to look for, and where would it be? It's not one of any of these. So it should be in build JavaScripts or assets. JavaScripts, 41 games, dev tester, step tester, is that what this is? I don't remember. I guess we should run it. CD dev, CD play proto, CD build, Mimosa, Mimosa watch -s. So now if we go back to the server and run this again, I think I have a choice of going to dev tester. This is an older version. And apparently that one made a noise. This is testing a sound library. Could have sworn it was another tester though. Oh, there is a whole bunch of different exercisers here. So I want to move all this stuff over. This is what I should have done before. Okay. Can I do a tab on this? So I want to go from dev, play proto to assets, JavaScript's 1401 games, step tester, everything in here. Oops, and then I want to copy it over to, damn it. I want to copy everything over to, again, dev. This time we're going to move into play. And it will be play, assets, 1401 games. Let's see. Instead of calling this demo, we're going to call it this, or step tester, we're going to call it maybe examples. That sounds good. Alright, so now I've copied those over. This probably won't work as is though, because this is using the old build system. So let's go back to dev, let's go back to play. Build. What I want to do is get that stuff working. So instead of Mimosa, we're using Gulp. And let's go back to our Sublime text. So this, on this left side I have the old code. And in this test directory I have a whole bunch of things that test different library modules I've written over the past couple of years for this project. Some of them have never been used, like this one's being used for the first time, the Xwatcher thing. But I now want to quick switch this project to the newer project, or the source project, which I have my WebRTC test code in it, with all the video transmission stuff in it. And I want to move that to play, which is our current project, which has all the new network inter-app communication stuff in it. I think I have that right. So let's see, I want 1401A1 on this side, and this side is play, so here, but we need to get this working with our new examples folder, which hopefully is here. As I recall, I made a number of changes. So instead of game main, we have game run.js. Game settings is the same. Instead of, we also no longer have the app shell stuff in a separate directory. So it's all in one place now. Where's my window? So where are we at? 1401 games. I want to go to... No, this is right. 1401 games, examples. I want to copy... Yeah. Out of demo, I think. The game app shell files. Copy those into examples, app shell. If we go back to here, app shell's shown up. This might actually, this is the random view model, examples. Is the only thing step. Play technology test exercises. So the idea of this stuff is you get to try things out. And I believe I had to update all of these paths too. And it might be... Unless I think I kept the step prefix though. Let me just double check. Demos... Tests... Oh, none of these would have step stuff in it. These teacher though... Yeah, step is still the prefix. Why change it? So in examples, let's just make sure. Well, let's even try to make it run. So an app, shell.js needs to be updated. The new route. Examples. Examples. The module ID is 14.1 games / examples app shell. That should do it. Play examples. Okay, so first error. Uncaught error, script error for when run test sound. Require. Can't run test sound JS because it looks like there's a hard-coded path in there. So let's see. Close some of these. Don't need this. That looks right. That looks right. This is really... Okay, let's play. Close some of these other files I don't need. Let's look at examples of stuff before. What is this? I think I'll leave that there. These are debugger feature notes. So the way I'm implementing these now, game run is loading this, but there's a new way of loading a sample, which is a local path. This will still crash though. Should be in run test sound. So that should work. At least I should get a different error. Reload. Alright, good. So now Howler isn't loaded. And socket.io isn't loaded. But we know, I knew that was going to be a problem because we also use it in the other one. So there's socket.io and Howler are these. Where is it? In the top? Yeah. So before I actually execute the define. So we need Howler and we need socket.io. Although we don't add it here, I think we add it in the actual test sound. Where is it? Test sound. Where's socket.io being used though? So let's just do it with Howler and see how that works. So Howler, still script error, required JS. Or master. Did I not save it? Or do I actually probably need to... Damn it. Do I need to do it before this actually ever gets called? Why would socket IO be needed too? Let's see, well, still having a problem finding Howler. Why is that? It's like the ridiculous... For some reason I can't find where this is happening. It's happening on required JS. It's not going deep enough. Script errors. Let's look at game run again. This is the one I'm looking at. Or this is, rather. This system's a bug is render run test sound. This should have made those two available. I can see it's recompiling over here. It's one thing to try would be running this in Firefox, because Firefox seems to have better error reporting these days. Chrome is being a little bit lame about it. Yeah. Thank you. No, it's totally crashing. Unreachable code after return. So what do we get? What's a Chrome manifest file? Muting the prototype and object will make it run very slowly. Oh, that's interesting. Normally CDN Mozilla Net stack bundles self-repair? What is that? Knockout.js is doing it too. That's the modules. Script error. Required.js. This doesn't give me any more information. It's just telling me there's a script error for Howler. But I don't know where that's being invoked. So let's go back, see if I can figure it out. Adding these module path functions did not seem to work. Let's just save it again just to be sure. Howler, they call it Howler? Howler and Socket IO. Socket IO is not part of this. Could be that it's using ServerCon, which is the old library system, but I did not delete it yet, so... Oh, these are changed. This is now called attach ID. Could it be that? I think it'll be. So I can find Howler's. Is it possible that... No, Howler should be loaded. It's trying to load out module socket. Maybe the path is wrong. Vendor Howler socket IO, is that correct? Let's see how I'm doing it elsewhere. Who else is using socket IO? These? Actually, I don't recall who else is using socket IO. Oh, I'm doing... Maybe I should be loading an app show. Because by the time game run executes, none of these are... Actually, even in here, I think I just had some sort of brain fart. So this should be not. I was loading the module definitions too late. Should happen up here. So this might work. Yay! That sort of did something. So now let's take a look at run. And none of these seem to be doing anything. You could just play some noise. Attach ID. Now I have all this done in a different way now. And my tests screen. Where's the renderer setup? The renderer setup now happens actually commonly here, I believe. And there's a new, we should use screen now, I think. Is that right? Is it the same? Yeah, we'll initialize the screen. Initialize game. How do I do it here? How do I do it under handle initialize? Step check main. Don't have a handle initialize. Just copying the necessary stuff. So we'll update some of this. And we need to have this. Initialize game. Example. Developer. Examples. Or let's just call it dev examples. Let's see if that still runs. I don't see this library loading either. Screen is not defined. What's that? Render a test. Screen. This definitely is not library loading. Unexpected identifier on like 8. When did I screw up? Why does my library load keep going and off? Render is already initialized. Viewport 67. Handle main, game run. I think I'd probably have it in here too. Yeah, we don't want this. Okay. Why is this not library loading? Alright, so at least it's initializing something. And let's also let's set this not to. Let's make this scaled. It's not live reloading. Alright. So the dev tester is ported. So now I need to check that all the examples still run. Let's rename some of these things. First, let's change this from run to EX B dance. Rename EX particles, EX lang for examples, EX pool. So these may no longer work actually. EX remote. Rename EX sound. Rename EX visuals. Rename EX watchers. Rename EX waypoints. And let's go more screen real estate here. Then up here. Well, okay, so we want to do something like this first. We want all of these run test. These should turn into run EX. And what do we have? We have sound. We have EX B dance. We have EX particles. We have EX pool. We have EX remote. We have EX sound. After EX sound, we have EX visuals. So we have EX watchers. And then we finally have EX waypoints. So let's just go through these one by one and see if they work. So sound is the one we just tested. I'm not sure why it's not live reloading. Why does this always break? What is going on? So it plays a sound at least. So now let's try this B dance. Initializing renderer, so there's some rendering error stuff. Guess we can just handle that all at once. EX B dance, this needs to go. This needs to get moved to start. Well, that goes as particles. We don't want any of this stuff in here anymore. Okay, let's test a few things. Let's run this again. It initializes. Uncaught render initializes across origin loaded true. Why is that? It should be set. demo one it is, isn't it? Scale, blah, 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 blah. Why is cross origin? Am I overriding it? Let's take a look at the other example. No? This sounds like BS to me. Cross origin true to load. It should have been set by automatically by render initialize. Settings JS 228. Texture check. Did it change this? 3 image utils cross origins true under my render initialize. That should be setting it appropriately. Oh, maybe not. Let me look. In my render initialize, what would that be? That would be under system renderer initialize. I need to set cross origin true. Here. Whoa, that's not good. Just killed something. Uncut. Update path undefined. There's a whole passel of stuff that's broken here. It's just erroring and erroring. Let's see if we can see what's going on. So according to MasterJS, cannot read prior requests of undefined. Handle game step. MasterJS 224, 225. I don't remember what that actually is. It's an M time step. In system MasterJS 225. Of course, I'm using this try catch thing, which is obscuring the error. Unwrap this crap. Let's crash honestly, why don't we? What's happening in X Visual Effects 67. X Visual Effects 67. That will be in step. Here's X Visual Effects. '67. Trying to call it a waggle path. Why is it not able to get waggle paths? Not gonna worry about this one now. And let's go back to this. So particles. Was that particles? That was B dance. There's some bug in this. Or not working. Particles. This might have initialized. I think I took it out already. Save. Oops. Reload. That's strange. We're getting the same thing again. No, this is happening because of visual effects initialization. Okay, this is going to be an issue with everybody. I think this is a bug in X visual effects. I guess I do have to handle it now. Oops, that's the right place. Yeah. Assets module step X visual factory. If I recall, it initializes a whole bunch of crap. Is it here? Where is it? It creates a function. All this inefficient code. Well, it's in the visual factory. Where is it doing this? Make visual. Oops. A quick way to test this would be to go to game run or the test itself. For example, particles. Let's comment out X visual factory. Let's see if it's even being used. It's 3 matches. 1. So emit pollen cloud. Okay. So the issue is not it being included, but that this emit pollen cloud thing is being called. If we re-enable it and reload it, get all these crashes. So let's go with if visual effects emit pollen cloud. Emit pollen. Did I get that right? Is it emit? Emit colon, is it been renamed? Maybe that's what it is. VFX make pollen cloud is not a function. Let's see if there's any other pollen cloud. It's the only one I see. X particles. XY0. Maybe this changed. Options. X. Where's the pollination cloud? I don't know what all this crap is supposed to do. Let's look back to this, and let's look at this other source file. This is 1401, but we want to change this to play proto and see what the hell emit pollen cloud was all about. Some old ass test code. What was it again? 1401 games, step tester, run. Emit pollen cloud XY0 and visual effects step visual effects. Oh, this is some XYZ. Okay, so the syntax has changed for that. So the new syntax. Oh, wait, why are there two? We have emit. We also have make. What is going on? There's all this stuff. Why is there so much stuff here? Here's all the pool initialization. Gets us something out of the pool. This side, what are we doing? It's like a screen, it's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to move this to another computer so I can freaking read it. So unfortunately that means you can't see what I'm doing on this side, but so an emit pollen cloud on the other side. It have XYZ. XYZ is the position. Setting the position, and it's doing a bunch of activation things. And this one, what happened to emit pollen cloud? In fact, where's all the initialization stuff? I might have taken it out because that was inefficient. That's what it looks like it happened. I don't see any of the pool stuff. Yeah. So emit pollen cloud is no longer with us. I don't think you were even using pools in here. This is a stripped down version. So what I'm going to do is just make notes. So EX particles. Do I even need this anymore? Probably not. Let's start removing ones. V-dance. I think we got this one working, right? Particles. Let's delete that. It's out of date. Pool. This is testing our pull system. Goodbye that. Hello this. Why is this screwed up? Save. Now what? What's all this shit happening? System panel update. It's happening because I'm including it? Where is this happening? Step. Next Visual Factory. Is it even loading it? It's still causing problems. Well, maybe it's happening here. So they're not doing any of this initializing pull stuff. Who's calling VFX initialize? Where is this being called? Master 225. Just look at this. Starting to feel sleepy. Oh, this is like crap place again. Set master frame. It's probably either happening. Oh, this is heartbeat or this is a game step. It's like an auto assist heartbeat. Visual Factory heartbeat. What's that bug happening? It's happening in VFX. Okay. Register heartbeat visual. Is that happening in visual effects? No. This was crashing too. So basically anything that was returning pulls is screwing up. I think it's probably because VFX initializes it. Is there a folder? Yeah. Maybe that's what the problem is. So in game run, construct, we want to do this is including visual effects? It's not. It's still causing the problem. Game run, is this including visual effects? No, and it's still causing the problem. Why is this function even being called? System handle update. Factory module update. System handle game step. M time step. Times the master.js. Clean 25. This is on master.js. Oh. This loop game step. Starting to get tired again. It's called master game loop step. Why is visual effects getting annoyed? It's being called on every freaking frame. But by who? Handle game loop. Game run. And then handle update. Oh. Maybe. And the pool should. Let's just see if this fixes the error issue. Nope. So this is being handled by something on a Mac. These errors can't be right. Modules update. Sysloop update. No, these are different errors. Is it? I'm too tired to actually look at it. I'm gonna take a rest. I'll come back to this later. Let me make a note. There's an issue porting the old dev examples because of VFX running amok. I should just nuke the whole thing. Let me see if I can just get this ex pool to even start. The funny thing is I don't see any references to visual effects. If I just run this without anything, this should just work. If it doesn't, then it suggests something else is going on. Alright, something else is going on. What's loading visual effects? This is even the right file. I hear booping noises. Did we run out of juice? Something's happening. I lost my mouse. There we go. Oh, tired. Tired. Time is it? 6:50. I need to give the cat the insulin shot. So I gotta take a break from this and come back at this a little later. Yes. Feel a massive headache coming on. And I'm feeling myself going around in circles. I'm debugging this really old game loop code. And the error is set up in JavaScript is starting to irritate me. I think at this point I was doing try catch in an attempt to be responsible, and then not understanding that it actually doesn't really help you or anything. I should just remove it. Let it die. Don't try to handle the error. It should die. It should just die. Function. Just die where where it actually dies. $224 uncaught error. Make pause like EX particles JS61. EX wait, particles? Why is particles even fucking running? Am I running the wrong example all this time? Damn it. This is play. Oh, it's not even reloading. What the? There's already an instance running. Well, that's special. PSX grep node. All this time it was serving the wrong files. That's why I couldn't see any changes. I lost my browser window. Something's happening. Do all the master.js changes. So now game run is not running anything. Let's see if BDance is doing anything. Okay, that's getting the appropriate crashing. It's locked up. This is due to the Waggleseek initialization, I think. Pool EX is the most trivial one that should be running. And the pool is working here. That's good. See if there's anything I've inadvertently commented out. Nope, EX pool works. Waste of time that was with a server crashing. EX remote, I don't remember what this is supposed to do. Call initialize render with C with blah blah blah. It's taking the old style init. No longer being need to remove it. ZC UI bind. Construct. WebSocket connection failed. Error connection confused. That makes sense because EX Remote relies on all the old communications. EX Sound, I think we already tested. And that makes a sound. EX Visuals should just crash, I'm thinking. Where's EX Visuals? Should actually doing something. I drew something. I'm not seeing any paths being updated. As imported over either. No, we're not going to use this anymore. That's old. These are the old communication systems. No sense in using it. These visuals, those should work. EX watchers. This is going. Visuals on waypoints should work. This seems to be working correctly. This doesn't have the initialization in it. Yep, that's good. Waypoints. These are just testing data structures, so these should both work. And this is where I'm going to add my WebRTC code. Yeah. I forgot to change over the screen. Sorry. Plays the sound. These are console only. I'm trying to overload the screen with too much stuff. So we can't see anything. It's annoying. Alright. So at least this is ported over. Let's go to source tree and commit those changes. Why don't we? Let's play. What's new? Dev. Examples, game settings, shells and updated. That needs an update. Anything else here I don't want? I got rid of particles and I got rid of something else. Let's make this new branch. What should I call this? Do we already have a DevDS video mirror? Oh, that was weird. DevDS. I guess technically this should really be here. Kaz rubbing his face on the microphone. What's the upstream based game, marriage based game, WebRTC mirror? Wait, this is the wrong. Oh, it is play. Okay, because I did. Why is this even showing up? Dev now, let's make a new branch. And we'll call this one dev ds. Okay, this is the confusing part. Stupid cat. Now, where video mirror is where? It's video mirror. It has not been upgraded in some time because of all the upstream changes that have happened. I think I can commit this. Dev ds video mirror port play proto dev examples to this will be where WebRTC test code will live. Did it work? Did it work? Why is it sitting there? I mean, it's doing quite a bit of work. Did it do anything? Nope, that finally completed. Close. So we're on video mirror now, so we're now kind of caught up. We haven't merged any of these upstream changes. Oh, this is the branch that still has broken live reload. We should update from base.game. Merge upstream base plus game. Conflict. Guilt file. Let's see. Okay, this is local. What's the difference? This is the one I want, I think. Or is it? Some of these we want. Where's the conflict, though? This is a resolved document. Looks like it is resolved. Why does that not say it is? Where did the gulp file go? Yay. Just add a new server. Merge. What's this? Live reload. Fixes 2 into. Why is it taking so long now? Because there's a lot of merging happening. Alright, so now I am on dev ds. I craft this out. Oops. Maybe my live reloads will start magically working now. Which file is this? This is play. We need this one. Yep, live reload's working again. It seems to be reloading on everything though. So it's running waypoints now. Wait, remote still in there? Thought we got rid of that. What was that squeaking noise you made? I should crash. Yep. I'll just keep that in there as an example of the old server init. Alright. So this last bit of stuff. From 1800 to, what time is it now? 1915. Port old step testbed to from proto to play. Let's call it 1900. Shave 15 minutes off for all that dumb stuff with not realizing the server had crashed. Ink code. Thought that was repo works though, so let's say 1845, and then 1845 to 1900. Update repos with ported testbed. Call that 1900. That will be under ink repo. Alright, growing inexorably closer to getting this WebRTC for stuff working. It's just a matter of managing all the code that it has to exist in. It's harder to integrate into the existing system because I forgot how a lot of that stuff works. I wrote so long ago. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break now. Give the cat his insulin. And 7. Maybe I'll try coming back to it later. I don't know. I may be back, I may not be. So, if you haven't eaten yet, have a good dinner, and I will see you, if not today, tomorrow morning.